Selling your business effectively and efficiently requires following a disciplined process, which is individually tailored to your particular business. Fortunately, at VR, we have the depth of experience to understand what will work best for you. In general, however, the selling process can be described in 9 steps. Step 1, initial meeting. We'd like to meet with you, preferably at your place of business, because it gives us a better understanding of what it is that we are valuing and selling. If you would prefer to do it off-site, then you can either come to our office or arrange a place closer to your business. The meeting will allow us to get to know your business and better understand what you wish to achieve with the sale, explain the selling process, and review our fees and engagement requirements. All of this is done in the strictest of confidence. If you like what we have to say, then we move to the next step to perform a complimentary, no-obligation broker opinion of value. Step 2, valuation. Generally speaking, valuations of business take into account a variety of factors, including the financial performance of the business, what industry it is in, and the type of buyer that is likely to purchase the business, to name a few. The financial information we will need is past 3 years of business tax returns, year-to-date and trailing 12-month profit and loss statements from QuickBooks or an equivalent, most recent balance sheet, approximate fair market value of company assets or list of assets, approximate value of inventory if inventory is a significant component of the sale, lease information or real estate appraisal if real estate is part of the sale. Armed with this information, we will get back to you within 5 business days with a broker opinion of value, which will detail the range of most probable sale price, the expected terms of a sale, and the type of buyer that would be interested in your business. Typically, we also pre-screen the transaction with third-party SBA lenders to find out if the business can be financed. Ultimately, sellers need to know what the net proceeds of the sale will be after paying transaction fees and taxes. Our advice is that you meet with your accountant and financial planner to determine if this sum will be sufficient to meet your financial goals before making a decision on whether or not to sell. Step 3, assembling a deal team. Transactions are best completed if all the advisors need to work on it are brought together in the beginning as a team that is kept informed throughout the sale process. This team will include your broker, an accountant, a transaction attorney, and your financial planner. Step 4, identifying buyer type and marketing the business confidentially. Once the deal team is in place, we will draft a confidential business review as the first step in the marketing process. This is a 5 to 15-page summary that describes the business, provides financial summaries, highlights opportunities, describes the markets in which it operates, identifies the competition, and gives details on the operations and personnel of the business. We don't begin to market the business until you've approved this document. It is never sent to a buyer until they've signed a confidentiality agreement and disclosed their financial resources available to purchase the business. Simultaneous to drafting the business review, we are also developing a target list of buyers and methodology for marketing to these buyers, depending upon your business. Buyer types may either include individual buyers, financial buyers, or strategic buyers. Whether the marketing is targeting or broad-brushed, we proceed only after you approve the confidential business review. Our hope is that we develop multiple interested buyers, creating a competition to maximize the sale price. Step 5, buyer pre-screening. Buyer inquiries from our marketing are vetted through interviewing them in person or over the phone after they've signed a non-disclosure agreement and given us an understanding of their financial strength. Step 6, buyer-seller meeting. If the buyers survive our pre-screening process and appear to be good prospects with a strong interest in the business, we then set up a meeting with you, the owner. More often than not, Buyers want to see your business. On-site visits are usually scheduled after hours or whenever you are comfortable showing the business. A representative from our firm is always present at these meetings. Step 7. Offer to purchase. After the meeting, a buyer may wish to make an offer. If that is the case, we ask that they do so in the form of a purchase agreement or a non-binding letter of intent, in which the basic terms of a transaction are outlined. These typically include the purchase price, terms, method of payment, training and consulting agreements, non-compete agreements, and any other critical issues the transaction must deal with. We will discuss the offer with you, make recommendations, and you will decide either to accept it, reject it, or continue to negotiate until an offer is accepted. In cases where there are multiple offers, we will set up a process where all buyers are treated fairly and which is conducted expeditiously so that you achieve the best possible offer. Step 8. Due diligence. Generally, once an LOI or offer is accepted, the buyer has 30 to 60 days to perform its due diligence. During this period, you agree not to negotiate with any other party, but we continue to field buyer inquiries so that we can contact them should the transaction not close. During due diligence, the buyer will wish to verify much of what was shown in the business review by looking at tax returns, bank statements, copies of leases, contracts with customers and suppliers, etc. We ask that they put a due diligence list together before proceeding to make sure it is reasonable and appropriate. Simultaneous to the due diligence period, we ask the buyer to present a draft of the purchase agreement and other documents necessary. Also during this time, if financing is required, we may work with the buyer to secure their lending. Step 9. Closing. When the purchase agreements and other closing documents are finalized between both parties' attorneys, then a closing date can be finalized, where they're representing the seller and working with the buyer every step of the way. Typically, from the time of offer till closing takes between 60 to 90 days. As you can see, this 9-step process can be overwhelming to a seller. Having a good team ready, led by the broker, give the owner the greatest chance for a successful sale of their business. If you are interested in learning more, please feel free to contact us on our website at vrbbcharlotte.com or email us at info@vrcharlotte.com or call us at 704-360-8898. It takes a disciplined process to sell a business successfully. And at VR Business Brokers, we are here to help you run that process and successfully sell your business.